Time on the water is sacred. It's why you're here, to gain confidence in your abilities and unlock the world of water for yourself, your family, and your friends. I'm Adam.
And I'm Mayumi. Together we're going to walk you through the basics of boating so you can experience the joy and freedom of being out on the water and go boldly into each adventure that comes your way.
Having the confidence to tie up and leave your boat unattended comes down to rehearsing your process at the dock and mastering a handful of knots.
Before approaching, decide which side of the boat will be docked and get 2 lines out, one for the bow and one for the stern. This is also time to prepare your fenders, but we'll circle back with direction on those later.
Most dock lines come standard with a loop at one end. From the side that will face the dock, pull the loop through the center of the cleat. Open the loop, slip it around each horn, then pull tight.
Once you dock, secure the end of the boat that's facing into the wind or current first. Here's where you'll employ your first knot, the cleat hitch.
Every cleat hitch starts at the far side of the cleat, based on the incoming line. Do a complete round turn under the far horn, then under the near horn. Cross over the cleat, then under the far horn. Cross over the cleat again and start the locking hitch. Make a loop, flip or rotate it away from the entering line, slip it over the near horn and cinch it tight. Repeat the process to secure the stern line.
Jumping backward, you'll also want to prepare your fenders before approaching the dock. If there are 2 cleats between the bow and stern, you can use the cleat hitch to secure your fenders there. If not, or if you can't position your fenders high enough from the cleats, it's time for another knot.
The clove hitch gives you a way to secure your fenders to your T-top, tower, or handrails. Adding a half hitch to this will ensure they stay secured.
With the loose end of the fender line, go over the top and all the way around. Cross over the incoming line and use your fingers to hold open a loop. Go around again and bring the line through this loop, completing the clove hitch. To keep it and your fender secure, add a simple half hitch. Bring the tag end down, around the back side of the incoming line, through the loop, then cinch it tight.
Eventually, you'll encounter a dock without cleats. With only pilings available, the clove hitch with an added half hitch will come in handy here as well. Since this will be securing your boat, consider adding a second half hitch for good measure.
Your boat is tied off, the fenders are doing their job, and it's about time for a worry-free lunch.
Let's consider one more scenario. Say you've pulled into a marina and you intend to leave your boat in a slip for a long period of time.
The wind may change, the tide will rise and fall, and you'll need to take extra measures to keep your boat secured in position.
Here, you'll utilize spring lines. To start, tie off all 4 corners of your boat. Bow and stern to the dock on one side, and to either the dock or pilings on the other side of the slip. These will restrict side-to-side movement.
Break out 2 additional lines to rig your spring lines. Secure your first line to a cleat toward the stern. Run this line forward and tie it to a dock cleat toward your bow. This line will prevent your boat from drifting backward. Tie the second line to a cleat toward your bow and run it backward. Then tie it to the dock toward your stern. This line will prevent your boat from drifting forward.
Spring lines should be utilized for long stays at normal docks as well. Restricting forward and aft movement will keep you from contacting boats tied up at either end of yours.
Remember, with all lines involved, you want them tight enough to keep your boat off and out from under the dock, but loose enough to allow your boat to rise and fall with the tide.
With the confidence to leave your boat tied up, you're now free to enjoy meals on the waterfront, explore islands where no roads lead, and whatever adventure comes your way next.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Saltwater Boating Basics presented by Mercury Marine.